What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the No Pressure Podcast. I'm your co-host, Teej McCray. Got my brother Booby with me. We was just talking that we 14 episodes in, man. So shout out to all our listeners who've been following us this long. We want to thank God for the opportunity to be 14 episodes in, and hopefully this is one of the best episodes yet. My brother Booby, man, how you feeling?
What's good, world? How everybody doing, man? I'm good, man. Can't complain. Weekend been pretty cool, man. So I'm happy to be tapped in with you, tapped in with the world, and ready to pod, man. Let's rock and roll. Let's do it.
Well, let's dive into your weekend, brother. How was your weekend? Today's Sunday. Start from Friday on through the weekend?
Friday was cool. Worked, and some of the in-laws came over. My mother-in-law, my sister-in-law came over on Friday, so it was cool. Nice little day once I got off work. Chilled at the house, ate, chopped it up with them. So that was cool Friday. Saturday, I actually had my nephew in town. Shout out to Chase. Shout out to Asia. Shout out to Khalil. So it's cool. It's always cool to see Chase and Kyler interact, and then we starting to integrate Cade in there as well. So we all went to the pool yesterday. And yeah, it was dope, bro. It was dope. They was swimming around, having a good time. Okay, not swimming around. They was floating around in their little floaties or whatever. But they had a really good time. They play together really well. Chase is slightly younger than Kyler, but Chase keep up with Kyler like it's nothing. So they had a really good time, and Cade is trying to get in there with them. So I mean, it's cool to see all three of those, see all three of the guys interacting. Ultimately, man, it was just a really good day, man. Took a lot of pictures, a lot of photos, a lot of videos, all that good stuff. And today, man, just been around the house chilling. I actually decided to flip the switch a little bit. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf in terms of my physical health, so cutting out sweets. I already really don't drink like that, but no sweets, no alcohol for a little while. I ain't gonna put a timestamp on it, but
I'm about to say we got a trip. We got a trip coming up. You can, hey, come on now, come on. Yeah, but
for a little bit. Hey, you supposed to be encouraging me throughout this whole time. Man.
Yeah. We locked in.
Trying to give me a little.
We locked in, twin. We locked in. Yeah, I'm talking about when we in on the resort. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, we locked in right now. We locked in. We gotta stay real disciplined. We gotta stay real disciplined.
Yeah, facts, man. I want to turn over a new leaf with that. No sweets, man. Cutting out the sweets. Trying to get those out of here, man. For anybody that don't know, like, I don't know sweets. Yeah, I'm bad, bro. Like, I'm bad with it. Like, after every meal, outside of breakfast, like, lunch, I'll probably have a cookie. After dinner, I'll probably do like a piece of cake, piece of cheesecake, something like that. But yeah, I'm really bad with it, and it's not even just from like just a health standpoint. I just want to get right, all over the board from, my mental health, physical health, all that stuff. So I'm wanting to turn over a new leaf, and, today is the day, starting off strong. So it's pretty much how I've been conducting myself. And that was pretty much my weekend.
That's what's up, bro. Hey, fun fact. I don't know if you know, but you put me on to the key lime pie, man.
Key lime pie, man. That's a classic, man. My mother put me on a long time ago. So yeah, man. Key lime pie. But like I said, cutting all that out, man. I'm done. I'm done with it. At least for a little while. I don't know how long I'm gonna go, but yeah, man. If anybody know me, like, I'm really bad when it comes to sweets. Matter of fact, just the other day it was National Donut Day. I was locked in with it.
Hey, how many free donuts you get? You got some free donuts?
Chill. Nah. I'm done, man. I'm done. No more setbacks, man. No more setbacks. I'm not even thinking about sweets no more. It's out of my brain.
I feel
It's out
that.
of my
Yeah,
mental.
we locked in. We locked in. I love it, bro. I love it, man. Hey, and shout out to you, man. My boy kept his word, man. I had Chipotle today, courtesy of my brother, man. It was delicious. The honey chicken, like I said. Hey, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to the guys and the girls that voted for my team. Y'all was a blessing today. I really appreciate it.
That was whack. Before we talk about that, I do want to dive into your weekend. We'll get to that a little bit later, but how your weekend go? What was all on the agenda?
Man, bro. So Friday, there's this guy on YouTube named Danny Go who performs like different type of kid songs. It's pretty much just like another alternative to Miss Rachel, except a little bit more mature, I guess, for toddlers. But anyway, Cash is a big fan of him. Chosen's a big fan of him. I think he the reason that like he got him drumming and stuff like that. But saying all that to say, he came to Durham at the DPAC Arena. So we saw him live. We done had the tickets for a couple of months now. I remember when they dropped, Ash was like, I want to take the boys. Be online when the tickets drop. Got the tickets. And man, the boys had a blast, man. I had fun too, because I mean, being a parent, which I'm sure you probably know all the Miss Rachel songs. I know all the songs, so I was in that lit. Ashley was in that lit. The boys had a good time. Chosen didn't even make it through the show. He actually fell asleep a little bit early, man. But everybody in there, man, like I was just observing at one point, and everybody's just like looking at their kids and smiling hard and just happy that their kids are happy. Like every parent, I felt like was on the same type vibe. Like our kids just having a good time. They had their little boomsticks. Man, I'm talking. They're going crazy, man. He put on the show, man. I didn't know he's actually from Charlotte, but yeah, man, that was Friday, so the boys really enjoyed that. Made a whole day out of it. And then yesterday, yesterday, me and Ashley had a little at home date night. So we just watched BMF. That's one of our shows. Watched the first episode of that. That was real cool. And then today, just ran some errands, bro. Went to the grocery store. Got right at Sam's Club. Took the little kid pools outside, filled them up with water. Boys is playing in a little kiddie pool. They had fun with that, bro. And now I'm chilling, pod with you. Ready for game 2, man. It was a good weekend.
Nah, that's cool. That's cool. I was about to ask you, how long was the show? How long was the Danny Go show?
So started at 5. We was out like by 6:30. So about an hour 15 minutes with a 15-minute intermission.
True. And then like after that, after y'all was done with that, then what? Y'all got food or y'all just went straight back?
So we actually got food beforehand. We went to an all-you-can-eat sushi spot in Raleigh. I think it was Osami or something. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember the name, but all-you-can-eat sushi spot. Boys didn't really rock with the sushi, but they love the hibachi. They love hibachi chicken and stuff. So we ate before, went to the show, and then we got Wingstop on the way home. By the way, bro, it was disgusting, bro. My wings.
Really?
Yeah, man. I think I don't know. It just didn't really hit. The fries I always hit, but the wings, man, it just won't. The last couple of times when I had it, bro, ain't hit. I don't get it too often because ain't nothing near where I'm at, so ain't hitting, dog.
What sauce you get?
This time I got hot honey rub and garlic parm.
Those the go-tos.
Yeah, man. I mean, just wasn't doing it. I just feel like I can do that myself at the crib. I don't know. I'm starting to think I need to stop getting the dry rubs, bro, and just get like my wings like wet, like with the, you know what I'm saying, with the sauce coming off of it type. But I don't know, bro.
Nah, I get it. I don't know. I'll be having the debate between Buffalo Wild Wings and Wingstop. Everybody like Wingstop. I'm not really a big fan of Wingstop. I'm more so Buffalo Wild Wings type guy, man.
Man, college BWW was the move, man. I used to love Buffalo Wild Wings. They got some good French fries too. I really judge a good spot, especially something like that. If they got good fries and good ranch, that matters.
Oh yeah. If anybody know Teej, man, gotta have a ranch for sure.
Yeah, it matters. My boys too, Cassius and Chosen. They don't play it, but they need their nuggets with the ranch every time. Every time.
Yeah, Kyler, he a barbecue sauce guy, man. He gotta have the barbecue sauce, man. If he don't got the barbecue, he probably won't eat
it. Sound like his dad when he get a strip tray.
Chill out, man. You see, I bring back all the memories in the world, bro. We used to go to cookout, strip tray, $4.32. Yes, that's exactly how much it used to cost.
Yep.
I don't know how much it costs now at this point. How much a strip tray costs now?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but like probably upwards of like $8, $9. But it's really insane that you used to be able to get for $4.32 from Cookout. It's really insane. And this is ain't that far back. This is what 2010, 2011, 2012. 432, two strips, two sides, and a huge sweet man. Oh my god, bro. We faithfully after every hoop session, Dez in the purple whip going to Cookout. We gotta go. Dez used to say Cookout was nasty. You remember that? He only got the ice. Bro was wilding.
Yeah, man. He was bad. He was bad about it. But he did used to always take us in the purple Oldsmobile, man. Shout out to Oscar. Purple Oldsmobile. Everybody know it around East Charlotte, man. The purple Oldsmobile, man. We used to be in there. Stupid bass in the whip, too. Stupid bass.
Man, what? Man. Hey, shout out Dez, man. So, bro,
I want to go ahead and get into the.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Let me rock it. Let me chill.
All right, so I was gonna ask. We didn't really tap into. We had a quick finals prediction last time. Or do you want to dive into the finals real quick, or do you want to dive into what you want to talk about? I was gonna bring up the finals.
No. I had something outside of the finals. Matter of fact, let me ask you my question, and then that can kind of segue us into the finals. Right. So, we got OKC. We got OKC in the finals, obviously. My brother Teej, man, he's a big OKC fan. I've been an OKC fan for a long time. I want to ask you, because I've heard some different opinions about it. I want to ask you your top 3 OKC players of all time.
I mean, you gotta obviously KD, Westbrook. You gotta go. I mean, Shai been there a little bit.
Go ahead, finish it off. Finish it off.
Yeah, KD. I'm thinking KD, Westbrook. Yeah, and probably Shai, bro. But I always rock with, specifically because on some 2K shit, like playing 2K, a big fan, Anthony Murrow, and he from the city, from the West Side. Hey, Anthony Murrow is a legend, an OKC legend in my book too.
Yeah, gotta throw him in there for sure. So the reason why I wanted to ask you is because I heard somebody say, and they made a good point. Heard somebody say, if OKC wins this year, Shai automatically jumps KD and Westbrook. And the reason why they said that is because, I mean, Shai done had a historic season. MVP. Number 1 in the West. Like they've been really good. They've been really, really good this year. Like dominant for real. How many games they only lost? Like 14 games the whole year, something like that. Like something 14. Crazy. Yeah. That's super impressive. So, Shai being 1, and I'm not saying you said this, obviously, but somebody made the point that Shai should be number 1 over KD, over Westbrook. KD didn't win at OKC. Westbrook didn't win at OKC. What's your thoughts about that?
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it, bro. I think that makes a valuable argument. It all depends on how much we're weighing the ring into the situation. I think about KD, who won 4 scoring titles in Oklahoma City, as well as the MVP. As well as the finals appearance. Then he leaves. I think he's going to always be third behind Westbrook and Shai. If Shai were to win this ring, I think KD, all because of how he left. Westbrook, obviously from what he did, the longevity standpoint, making us relevant the year he won MVP because no one was expecting that, taking that team to a game 7 against the Houston Rockets team that took the Warriors to 7 games, which they probably would have won if Chris Paul didn't get hurt. And then Shai is, like you said, having a historic season and has relevant for it. Right? He's been there when we were at the bottom, when we doing the Paul George trade, and got better every single year. Points per game increased, every single stat increased every single year. Our win percentage increased every year. He's finally got an MVP, could arguably be a back-to-back MVP, and then we get this ring. If that happens, I'm not going to argue with somebody that says he's number one. KD's always 3, and I feel like because of what Westbrook did for Oklahoma City, bro. Like I think people just like it was historic and legendary what Westbrook did his tenure in OKC, bro. And I just think that's what sometimes it gets cemented in like our generation's heads, which is great. But we got to call a spade a spade. Shai, normally he's hands down the leader of this team, the best player on this team, best player in the league, consistent, plays every game, plays hard. I mean, not saying that KD and Rusty did. So I wouldn't argue that at all, bro. I wouldn't be mad at it. If he gets this ring and they put him number 1 all time in Oklahoma City history, sound good to me.
Let me tell you my thoughts. Shai could win. He could win Finals MVP. He could win a championship this year. He already won an MVP this year. He still wouldn't hop KD. He still wouldn't hop Westbrook. Like, I feel like what KD did and what Westbrook did in OKC, and maybe it's just because, I mean, during that time span, like,
yeah, that's what
I don't know, like that was just yeah, that's what we kind of grew up on. That was like polarizing us, like what Westbrook was doing, what KD did. I just don't feel like that can be topped, especially from this year. Now, if Shai win back-to-back titles, back-to-back MVPs, and he very well almost did. A lot of people say he should have won MVP last year. He did win this year. But if he were to win MVP and then next year win MVP again, then it might be another conversation. But I feel like Shai got a little ways to go before he's considered better or had a better OKC tenure than Westbrook and KD. And yeah, man, KD he's just a legend, man. I feel like KD, what he did in OKC is just something that really can't be matched. You know, obviously he didn't win a title, but I mean, he ran into the Heat. They ran into the Heat and KD and Westbrook. They were both young, and Harden. They were all young at that time. Ran into one of the best teams ever. And I mean, shit, a lot of people say that. Me personally, I feel like OKC actually put themselves in a really good position to beat the Heat. I just feel like it was a lot of questionable calls in that series throughout the span of that series. But that's a story. That's a story for another day.
Yeah, we ain't gonna dive in. We ain't gonna dive in.
Regardless, like, hey, the real ones know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But regardless, though, man. What Westbrook did in OKC, what KD did in OKC, it's just legendary. Something that just can't be topped in my eyes. At least not with one finals from Shai. You know, if he win back-to-back MVPs, back-to-back finals, like, okay, yeah, you got it. But you know, he can win this year, and he's still not over KD or Westbrook, in my opinion. So for me, it's
you're saying he would have to win
one is
two?
Westbrook. Yeah. He would have to win 2. But that's just that's just how good they were. That's just how good Westbrook was. That's just how good KD was. They didn't win shit. Neither one of them won anything at OKC. But we still gonna put respect on the totality of their tenure in OKC. You know, Westbrook was doing crazy numbers in OKC, averaging a triple-double. You know, KD, what he was doing. At one time, people were saying he was better than Bron when he was in OKC. So yeah, that's how I feel. I'm gonna put Westbrook 1. I'm gonna put KD 2. To your point, because of the reason or the way he left OKC. You know, it's kind of going throw a stain on it. And then Shai for right now.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that at all, Coach. I mean, again, like I said when I was talking, like we grew up in that, and it was just something amazing. It's nostalgic for us. You know, that was like I feel like if it is such thing, like peak fandom is usually in high school. You know, that's when most people have their favorite players and all that stuff, and they're watching how we were watching faithfully. So us vividly remembering those Western Conference Finals runs against the Grizzlies, against the Spurs, against the Lakers. Like you said, playing the Heat, like that was just peak basketball in my opinion. Um, during that time. So I feel what you're saying, Coach. I don't, because their legacy is cemented. Like, not saying that Shai isn't, but like you said, Westbrook having what three straight triple double seasons, in his MVP run. Like you said, Katie. So I ain't mad at you at all, Coach. That's actually interesting. I feel like a lot of the newer generation though would say Shai because they're fixated by this ring culture type thing. So
Yeah, I get it. And Shai, what he doing this year is really good. I still feel like LKC is still gonna win the title. I know we're gonna get into the finals a little bit later, but like you said, man, like what we saw Katie and Westbrook do just can't be topped. At least not with what Shai has done so far.
respect, man. And like you said, that's a perfect segue to game one, which my prediction, I'm gonna go on and say it, again, that I had us winning in 5. I thought we were gonna kill them at home. I genuinely did. So, but as I was watching the game, Coach, for those that don't know, Pacers came back down late in the game. And Tyrese Haliburton hit a game-winning 2-pointer that left a second on the clock to give the Pacers a 1-point victory once again. Something they've been doing in the playoffs for a while. I actually seen someone say Haliburton is having a historic run, like probably arguably the greatest clutch run in playoff history. I don't see how anyone could deny that. But as I was watching that game, Coach, I watched, as a fan, and I'm watching like as a coach and team as well. So like I'm just thinking the whole time because they had so many turnovers, Coach, in the first half, first quarter, all that, and like the lead just wasn't big enough for the amount of shot attempts we had compared to them, and the amount of turnovers they had compared to us. If I was looking at that on paper, I would have thought we were winning by 30, but it was always like 10, 15. I think we had stretched the lead up a little bit, but it still went like when you're forcing that many turnovers at home and getting that many more shot attempts at home, your lead has got to be big, especially against a team like the Indiana Pacers who play full court offense. Like they're not going to ever take their foot off the gas. They hit miraculous shots. They don't care who's hitting the shots. They got 5 guys on the court who they don't care. It's like like I said, a coach's dream. They can really have 5 starters all can score 12, 15 points and go from there. So we got to take advantage of these opportunities, and we didn't do that. So as I'm watching, as a fan, I'm pissed, but as a coach, I wasn't surprised. Like I'm immediately thinking like we forced because I think Lou Dort had 5 steals, Caruso had 3, Shai had we're forcing turnovers, forcing block shots, and where's our lead? Where's the big lead? Because we all know that this game will run. So we got to just control that narrative. If we're taking these opportunities away from them, we got to take advantage of them, and we didn't do a good job of doing that. That was my assessment. I seen someone saying that like Shai was overshooting. Shai was 14 for 31. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to do that. He's just and that's not a terrible percentage. So I didn't understand. I just kind of hate like if we win that game, no one's talking about the amount of shot attempts that Shai took. Like that team knows. I know. We all know. Shai is the offense. Could he do more of getting more guys involved? Of course he can. That can be done. But at the end of the day, we're in the NBA Finals. This is what got us here, and I think Chet didn't play well. He didn't step up, and Jalen Williams struggled a little bit. Those are 2 guys who I expect to have good games tonight. I think they're going to respond and bounce back. But I didn't really see much blame on Shai, and he missed shots down the stretch. He missed some shots down the stretch. He got good looks. He just missed them. But what are some of your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I was about to say Chet in particular, bro. Like, we talked about it on the pod, multitude of times, man. Chet is a really good player. He plays extremely hard. He's a guy who you want to go to war with just for an effort standpoint and an energy standpoint. You know you're going to get 110% when it comes to his effort. But he struggled. And when he's struggling, OKC's not the same team. And Jalen Williams too. I think Jalen Williams will be fine. I'm not really concerned with him. But Chet, he a guy that a little concerned with for the simple fact that, this is his first finals. He does lack the physical gifts of a normal 7-footer. It's not a situation where I feel like, he about to get bullied or anything like that because, he just going to play hard as shit. So it's not that concern, but I just hope that the lights aren't too bright for him. Early in the playoffs, he did miss a free throw that I think could have sealed the game. Mm-hmm. Who was that against?
Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. No. Minnesota.
Whoever that, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Either way, I just hope the lights just aren't too bright for bruh. But I think he'll bounce back too. I think at the end of the day, game one was kind of a fluke. I did want to ask Denver. Yep, that's right. Denver. He had a chance to solidify the game. And then Aaron Gordon came down, hit a 3. That's right. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like OKC is going to win tonight. I do feel like they're going to take it home. But, do you have any concerns? Like you said, for a team to force so many turnovers and for a team to play so sloppy, for OKC not to win that game, it might cause a little bit of concern. As a fan, what's your thoughts about that?
Like in watching the game, Coach, like I felt like when we had like our 10, 12-point lead, we were just shooting a lot of threes and they just weren't falling. Like I just think, the thing about the 3-point shot, man, and when I play basketball, I shoot threes. Like if you're able to hit them, you take them wide open. Good analytics say shoot the shot, but if you got a 12-point lead and as a team, like we're causing these turnovers, but we're not making these threes, I just think we got to attack a little bit more. So I feel like I'm not too concerned. I just think we have to realize when we need to get into the rack or, if our shots are falling, of course, keep shooting them. Because, again, we changed things up. I was caught off guard. We started Casey Wallace over Hart, moved Chet to the 5. I wasn't mad at that, and it obviously worked because I think they had like 8 first-quarter turnovers or something like that. So I'm just like – so it's not that we had the lead. We just didn't have a big enough lead. So when we went colder than they were, and they started hitting shots because they hit some big shots in the fourth quarter. Nembhard hitting the step back at the top of the key. Miles Turner hitting 3. Like it's just like that's what they once they see one go in, it's like they all get a boost. So we have to either respond to that or stop that. So again, we did a good job of 3.5 quarters of playing great defense and getting by with our bad shot. I don't even say bad shot, just not knocking down shots. Again, I fully expect for us to knock down shots tonight. I'm not concerned at all. I think we're going to cause a lot of turnovers again today, and I just think tonight, we capitalize on those turnovers as we should. We just got to be prepared to go into Indiana and still want to at least get home court back. But we have no choice. But this is a must win. Damn near a must win in a sense. Obviously, it's a 7-game series, but we don't want to go into Indiana down 2 games. I don't. We seen how that worked out with the Knicks.
Right. I do want to say this about Tyrese, bro. I don't know how this man keeps doing this. It is no way he keep hitting all these big shots and having this crazy run. This run that the Pacers are on, it kind of reminds me of when Dirk and the Mavericks went on that run when they was beating everybody. It reminds me of that, bro. It's kind of like people refer to it as like an NCAA run, like when this team not that good, but they keep beating all these really good teams. Like I think when the Mavs won, when they had Dirk, they beat Kobe, they beat OKC, they beat the Heat when they had Bron and D Wade and Chris Bosh. Like they just went on a crazy run, and like Indiana, like dogging them, like they was dogging guys, and it kind of reminds me of that, bro. Like Indiana is not supposed to be. They're a good team, don't get me wrong, so I don't want to take no credit.
And who's the coach?
But, for them,
who's the coach?
Rick Carlisle, man. Rick Carlisle. He got that championship pedigree. So, for Indiana to be, they're kind of going on this crazy run, similar to the Mavericks, and that's really what it's reminding me of. I don't feel like they're this like super good, super dominant team in the NBA, but yet, they running through these teams. And I'm not saying that they gonna beat OKC. I'm not saying that, but like, dog, for them to go into game one in OKC and get that win, like that's pretty big, bro. That's signs of a really good team. So, we'll see how it goes tonight. Tyrese, man, I still don't think you a superstar, my boy. Everybody need to chill with that. Everybody need to calm down. Folk need to stop saying that. He going on a little hot spree right now. Jeremy Lin went on a hot spree too. So yep. I said it. I said,
hey, pop it, bro. Hey, that's
no.
real shit. That's real.
No.
That's real. But
no, sir.
Jeremy Lin's went in the playoffs,
bro.
Jeremy Lin's went in the playoffs.
Nah, you're right. Well, I'm just saying, Jeremy Lin went on a hot spree. Tyrese, he on his little hot spree right now, but I don't consider him a superstar. Not yet. If you win this shit, I might have to reconsider, but no, you still not in that category, bro. Not yet. But I don't even want to sound like a hater because I love Tyrese's game though. I love his game, bro. Like he shares the ball. Like on 520. On 520, they was talking about like how they was guarding Tyrese. Like you don't have to guard Tyrese like he's a scoring machine. You don't have to like load up on Tyrese because he's a willing passer. Like he will pass it to the open guy. I think OKC did a phenomenal job of guarding Ant. Like they locked him up. They had the initial defender. They had guys in their gaps. They had guys showing up at the rim. So I mean, they just did a really good job with Ant to the point where he was non-existent. Well, I'm not gonna say non-existent, but he just wasn't the same Ant that he typically is. You don't really have to load up on Tyrese because if you do load up on him, he's going to pass, and they got shooters going to knock down shots, right? So, that might be a little adjustment that I look for just to see how they guard Tyrese. If you throwing a whole bunch of bodies at Tyrese, he's just going to find an open man. So you might want to guard him a little more straight up to the point where, all right, yeah, I'm still guarding him. I still have a really good initial defender on him, like a Ludor or a Caruso. But guys who are off ball, play a little closer to the shooters and see how that goes. But that's definitely gonna be something that I'll look for tonight, just to see how they guard Tyrese and how they guard throughout the totality of the game.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I know that's a tactic teams have tried with Jokic. Like then Jokic get his, whether if that's be 40 or 50, because you load up on Jokic, he's a willing passer, just like you said with Haliburton. But are you living with? I'm probably living with Haliburton beat me 1-on-1 than the Jokic beat me 1-on-1. So now that you're bringing it up, I'm be looking for that as well. Something else I wanted to dive into, bro. So Father's Day is coming up. This will be your first Father's Day as a father of two. I don't want to say what you got planned, but with this being your first Father's Day, having both Kyler and Kay, man, what are some of the things that stand out in your first year being a father of two?
Yeah, that's a good question, bro. I mean, just the joy that both of my sons bring to myself, to my wife. I always try to give as much praise as I can to Mariah. I know it's Father's Day, but Mariah, she the backbone of the family. Matter of fact, she asked me today, what do you want for Father's Day? And it's not anything in particular that I want. I just want us to have a good day as a family. Once you get to the point where we at with a wife with kids, you really want to see them happy. That's the biggest gift that you can possibly have. If the boy's happy, if wife happy, I'm happy. So Father's Day, it's cool. It's cool to celebrate and whatnot, but it's just all about family being happy, boys being happy, wife being happy. If they happy, I'm good. So That's pretty much my thoughts about it, bro. My boys bring me all the joy in the world, and my wife bring me all the joy in the world. So if they good, I'm good.
That's what's up, man. Let it hear it. Definitely can
Let me
relate.
let me ask you. What's your thoughts about it? That's actually a good question, bro. Because like I said, my wife had asked me about Father's Day. I didn't even know it was coming up, obviously. But yeah, what's your thoughts about it?
Shit, if I'm being honest, bro, it's probably one of my favorite holidays now, bro. If not my favorite, because I just feel like I'm for real, bro. Because like I love being a dad. Like it's great. It's the best job in the world. I love my boys. I love my wife, like you said, for embarking on this journey with me, starting our family. And like you said, my boys are my biggest blessing. They bring me so much joy. No day is dull. Obviously, it's summertime, so I'm watching them. So I'm building an even stronger bond with them. Um, something I faithfully do that they just, especially Cassius, he'll wake me up, Daddy, I want eggs and French toast. Like he just making them breakfast, man. Like I just kind of feel like they know Dad gonna make them breakfast in the morning. Um, so yeah, man. Father's Day I always look forward to because I just like think it's just a day that I'm honored to be a part of, and I'm proud to be a part of. So that's why but like you said, I don't ever need anything or want anything other than really just being around my family. Like I don't think I ever be the type to be like I want to date myself or whatnot because I wouldn't be a father without the people without those three that I love being around the most. So. We'll see what it. I know my wife has gonna have something in store, some kind of cool surprise. I know last year she gave me a magnet. No, not last year. 2 Father's Day ago, she gave me a magnet that had a bunch of me and Cash's pictures on it and whatnot. So the last Father's Day, I got a card from both of the boys with their signatures, which is funny. I still got it up there. But yeah, man, I'm excited about it. We're gonna see what we got in store. I know we're gonna eat good. We're gonna hang out and call it a day.
Yeah, bro. That's dope, man. That's dope. I know one thing I do want to do. I do want to make sure I get over to my mom and dad's house just to give a card to my father too, because obviously we dads, but I do need to make sure that I show my father love because he's gave me the tools to be the father that I am. So I did want to throw that in there too. I definitely want to show love to my father and give him some type of piece of gratitude on that day as well. So shout out to my pops for sure.
Bro, you ever thought about? I think something you might enjoy. Um, Maybe do like a little photo shoot with your boys, you and the boys, since your first Father's
Oh yeah,
Day,
that would
or
be
probably
dope.
two. And anything I'd be, what I'm saying? I know something that Ashley is always big on. Like we do at home photo shoots. So you ain't got to be something you necessarily pay for. Use your phone, dress up. They got so much technology now where you can get a background. But I think that'd be cool, man. Love Father's Day, first Father's Day being a father of two. Dang, that was a lot. But yeah,
Nah, that's dope, bro. That definitely something that I think about for sure, bro. Just to capture the memories, because like we said, I think we said on the last pod, like the boys are growing up so fast, man. Like, I mean, Kyler, he damn near grown. Cade right behind him. Like, I just feel like these guys are
hey,
growing up too fast. And my wife
I
said all the
seen.
time too. Like my wife says, like, Cade is starting to grow up. Cade's starting to grow up like super fast, and you know, we're not ever gonna get this time back. So I think that's a really good idea, bro. Just to capture the memories.
I seen nephew was crawling the other day for the remote. I heard that's the Leathers family trick.
Oh yeah, yeah. Put a remote down. I don't know what they fascination is with remotes, but Kyler, Cade, like, I mean, they do anything to get that remote. They don't even know how to operate it. They just do anything in their power to get that shit.
Man,
Nah,
kids,
man.
bro. That's how Cash is with the PS5 controller, man. Like I'm already seeing right now, like I see why certain dynamics you got to have more than one game system, bro. Because I can't even play my game, bro. Because Cash, I always want to play, or like I can't just play and without him trying to get the controller, man. And me and him get to fighting, and I be like, man, you know what, bro? I'm about to cut the game off. But yeah, they're just so fascinated by technology. But something that man actually just talked about before is like they're it's like technology is damn near. I feel like what we have to do as a parent, with Ashley and I, we have to integrate technology into their life because it's not going anywhere and it's getting more and more and more enhanced. Um, so when I see him like getting better at a video game that he's playing, or say one day he can't, or 1 week he can't do jump, or he don't how to jump to the next board or whatever, but then he does it, he'd be like, "Daddy, I did it!" He gets so excited, man. But let's just building those coordination skills. He knows how to cut the game on. I got a passcode on my PlayStation. So I showed him how to put in the passcode. He knows how to put in the passcode.
What's
he
the
knows how to
passcode?
he knows how to work. Hey, Cash might. Hey! I want you to ask Cash to see if he'll tell you the passcode. But he know how to work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He might. He love you, man. Bro, guess what he said the other day? So we didn't tell him we were going to Daddy Go. So we in the car, man. He was like, "Daddy, I want to go to Kyler house right now. I want to go to Kyler house right now." I don't know where it came. I don't know where it came from, bro. I don't know what. But he said, "I want to go to," because he went from Kyler, then he went to Jace, then his pawpaw. Like he was just going to, but he brought up Kyler. He was like, "I want to go to Kyler house right now."
He said, man, we ain't right now.
I said, "Boy, who you talking to?" And I was like, "We ain't going to Kyler house." I said, "We going somewhere fun though, but it ain't Kyler house."
I like that right now. Put that right now at the end.
All right, now you better tell your boy watch his mouth. If you better tell him watch his mouth.
Hey man, like I said, bro, boys growing up, man, for sure.
Yeah, he think he chosen daddy. You go see what you go see. Just wait.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because Kyler kind of starting to get a little demanding with Cade. So I'm seeing what you're talking about for sure. It's not to the point. It's not to the point where I gotta check him or nothing. But I'm starting to peep it. Like he'll tell Cade to do something, or he'll tell like Cade. Sometimes he puts his hands in his mouth. Kyler will be the first one over there. Cade, take your hands out your mouth.
That's how it be.
But little stuff like that, bro.
That's how it be, bro. I swear that's how it be. Because, like, again, like you said, the whole check him thing. Like, if I'm telling Chosen, like, because Chosen's at the age now where he getting into stuff, bro. When he walking around, might try to touch it, just getting into stuff. So it's a whole lot of Chosen don't do that. Chosen don't touch that. Cash come piggyback off me. Chosen, don't touch that. I be like, boy, I got it. Like, worry about yourself, man. Worry about yourself. But it's the same dude. He don't play about his brother, bro. Like, Cash be like, Daddy, I want a juice. I go get his juice. Then he be like, get Chosen want a juice too, Daddy. Or if they got two toys, he'll pick up a toy. He'll Chosen, there you go. Or Dad, Chosen want to sit right here and watch me play the game. How you know what he want to do? How you know he want to sit right here and watch you play the game? Like, you just, but he don't play about his brother. But he also be telling his brother what to do, man. Like, them being 15 months apart is crazy to me, man. Oh, shout out to my boy Chosen too, man. He 15 months on June 4th. That boy growing fast. Love that kid.
Oh, that's love, man. That's love. Matter of fact, let me ask you this. Do you feel like Chosen, and I think it's like a natural thing too, I feel like the big brother kind of naturally, guides his younger brother.
Definitely.
But do you feel like, do you feel like that stems from you, or does that stem from Ashley in terms of like Chosen, or excuse me, for Cash kind of leading Chosen?
So funny story, bro. I'm gonna say both, and here's why. So Ashley, myself, and Cassius, we're all firstborn. So I'll be like, we FBG, bro. We firstborn gang. We firstborn kids. That's something that
Mm-hmm.
Being the firstborn comes with a lot of pressure. Some that only firstborns understand. You can't relate. Mariah can't relate. It's just Jay can't relate. Justin Wilson can't relate. John Lopez, y'all just can't relate. It's just different. Ask Asia, Jay. You ask Ashley Hunt. Y'all just can't relate. So Cassius understands that when you're the firstborn child, you are your sibling's first teacher. So what me and Ashley did, we put all our powers into Cassius, and that's in large part why I gave Chosen the name Chosen, man, because he the one, because he got Cassius as his teacher. He got Cassius as his teacher. Cassius is his best friend, and like you said, Chosen does anything that if Cash goes and puts his hand in some mud and eats it, I guarantee you that Chosen gonna go right behind him, put his hand in that mud and eat it, bro. He just do everything his brother do. But so I think it's in for both of us, man. Like, I mean, when Nip say natural born leader, ain't no getting nervous, man. Like Cash is just what I see just displayed. Like he just has leadership qualities. Even when he's around his cousins, he kind of goes to the tune of his own horn. Again, I don't know. I don't know. It's just something that he does, man. But Chosen, like you gonna see, like I said, Cade's. I feel like Cade's gonna do everything a little bit faster than Kyler because he wants to keep up with his brother. Yeah, he want to keep up with his dad. Yeah, he want to keep up with his mom. But that little human that's just close enough to his age that he's seeing every day, that's who he want to be like, man. That's his idol right there.
Nah, that's dope, bro. That's dope. I like how you phrase that, man. Shout out to
FBG, man.
FBG.
Yeah, firstborn gang. Shout out to all the firstborns out there, man. I know it's hard. It's getting told, you got to come in the house and watch. Like, man, my mama used to call me, bro. My mom used to call me if it was about the thunderstorm, because Jazz used to be scared of thunderstorms. I used to have to go back in the crib just because she was scared of the thunder. Like, what? How am I protecting you from this thunder? But that's just that firstborn stuff, man. I remember when I got my whip, I had to wake up, take Jasmine to cheerleading over the summer, bro. I used to be so mad. Like, bro, I'm trying to sleep in over the summer. When we was younger, we sleeping in over the summer, bro. I had to wake up, take her to cheer, pick her up from cheer. Man, bro, but firstborn shit, bro. Yeah, yeah. You
Mm-hmm.
Kyler can tell you about it. Kyler can tell you about it one day.
I like it, bro. I like it. We definitely gonna have to spin this back, especially when the boys get older. FBG.
Yeah, 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 man. So, I think we covered a lot today, man. I enjoyed chatting with you,
It's
man.
a couple more things, man. Couple more things, bro. Couple more things.
Let's keep it rolling. Then my fault. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Just a couple more. Keep a couple more. I ain't gonna take up too much of your time, man. But I mean, since the last pod, the New York Knicks fired their head coach, Tom Thibodeau. Really, I feel like he's a really good coach. I do feel like he's one of the better coaches in the NBA, and they let him go. Definitely surprised. Mike G, one of the biggest Knicks fans we know, said that this was going to happen. So yeah, just wanted to get your thoughts about the Thibs firing, and was it deserving or not?
So to answer the question, I don't feel like it was deserving. Those that know Tom Thibodeau understand that he plays his starters a lot of minutes. Like that's just rotation is very tight. That's just historic. Back with the Bulls, that's historically who he has been as a coach. I feel like people make things a problem when they become a problem, if that makes sense. Like no one was talking about this when they were winning. No one was talking about this on their run. I just think they matched up against a team that that's playing well. Like you said, it's hot right now, playing well. This is no knock to the Knicks. I think there were other factors that went into them losing. Like one that was notorious was Karl-Anthony Towns and his dumb fouling. He had some dumb fouls throughout that series in which he would have to go to the bench. I think offensively they can improve a little bit. But you know where I think they went wrong? And something that I don't really understand. I know earlier in the year, Mikal Bridges went to Tom Thibodeau, and the media reported this, went to Tom Thibodeau and was like, hey, maybe we should scale our minutes back a little bit. I think that's where the dialogue gets created. All right, we got a star player here who's feeling like he's playing too many minutes, and it's affecting their game or whatnot. Number one, how does information like that get leaked out? Like that should be a player-coach conversation, and then if Tom Thibodeau agrees to lessen their minutes, because now a narrative can be created. So now the narrative is, though, that the Tom Thibodeau plays this guy too much. We got to get him up out of here. It's just so easy to make the coach a scapegoat. And then right after the series, a reporter asked Jalen Brunson, he was like, hey, do you feel like Tom Thibodeau is still the coach that can get the job done? And Jalen Brunson was like, really, are we doing this right now? Of course, yes, I do. And he put the microphone down and left. And so it's just like, when those questions are getting asked, rumors must be being said. But what happened to where players and coaches can have a discussion about basketball-related team issues and it just be in-house? But again,
Right.
I don't. How do you have such a year that the Knicks had, and then you fire? This is the hottest job in the world right now. I don't know who's going to want that, because what did Tom Thibodeau do wrong? Like, or what didn't he get a chance to correct? That's my whole thing. Like, if this is about how long guys are playing, because they said they want to find a coach who pretty much trusts their bench a little bit more. Like, maybe give me some better bench players. I don't know. I don't know, but what's your thoughts, Coach?
Nah, I mean, I agree. I don't feel like he was deserving of the firing. In fact, I can go on a limb and say the Knicks overachieved this year. When the playoff brackets, when the NBA playoff bracket came out, didn't nobody think that they was going to beat Boston? And obviously, Boston had some unforeseen circumstances with the Jason Tatum injury, but I mean, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They was a couple games away from being in the finals right now. Ran into a really good team, ran into a really hot team, and they ended up losing. But I mean, they fought. I mean, they had a good season, relatively speaking. So I don't know, man. I think it's so easy to fire NBA head coach in today's day and age, bro. And it's just really not fair. It's not fair to me. At the end of the day, these guys are good at what they do, and I do feel like these guys are at the top of their profession for a reason, right? So for guys to be fired for having success, I mean, the Knicks had a successful season to me.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody thought that. Well, maybe a few people, but for the most part, didn't nobody really think the Knicks was going to be a championship team, and for them to almost make it to the finals, I think that's impressive, to say the least. So, I do feel like he'll get another job soon. I know some people saying that this might be his last head coaching job of his career. I do feel like he'll land somewhere if he wants to. If he does want to ride off into the sunset, he's had a really good career as a coach. So, I rock with Thibs, and I do feel like he's a really good coach, and ultimately, I do feel like he's a winner to me in my eyes. So, I'm not really a fan of the firing, and whoever does get the job for the Knicks, I think it's going to be a long road ahead. I mean, unless they do some crazy things in the offseason, but just from a coaching standpoint, I think it's going to be challenging to. Yeah. I think it's going to be challenging to, to figure out that job any better than what Thibs did.
Yes, sir.
The last thing I wanted to talk about, but it ain't nothing too crazy. Bro, did you see Lance Stephenson and Michael Beasley play one-on-one?
Yes. And the promo leading up to it was crazy, because I didn't even know they were playing this past Friday until like the week before. But it's because it was all over my TikTok, the shit Michael Beasley was saying. And like, even in watching that, bro, I even when I first heard about it, I was like, Lance Stephenson don't stand a chance. Like, he doesn't stand a chance, bro. like Mike Beasley, do they not know what he was doing at Kansas State? And this is no disrespect to Lance Stephenson, but it's different ones. One's is different. Michael Beasley is an ISO demigod, bro. Like, but yeah, I know at one point it was 13-10, and then next thing you know, it was like 28-10. Like, he destroyed him. Straight face the whole time. Didn't smile once. It was bro. It was bad. What you think about it?
I thought it was a cool event. I really like how Kyrie was commentating it. That was dope. That was dope for sure. I was not a big fan of the face off. I feel like the face off was kind of like it wasn't. I'm not gonna say it was like it was staged, but I don't know. Like Lance was really chilling, and then Michael Beasley, like you coming off real aggressive and saying some crazy
Coach,
stuff, bro. Like,
he was on that.
He was saying
he was on that.
absurd.
Like you gotta have bro. On the TikTok, he was saying he was saying a lot of wild stuff. Like they had like a bunch of meat. Like it was because I went down a rabbit hole of it, bro. Like I don't want to. He was wilding, bro, but he was dead serious about everything he was saying. Like I remember one time the dude had asked, "So Lance, how long you think the game gonna be?" Lance was like, "It'd probably take me an hour to beat him." Asked Mike Beasley, he was like, "Mike, how long you think it's gonna be?" He was like, 5 minutes. And so the reporter was like, "Well, Lance said it was gonna be an hour," and he was like, "The fuck is we doing? We working out, bro? Why we gotta take a whole hour, bro? I'm getting right to it, bro. I ain't playing with my food." He was like, I ain't never played the drums with KFC. Like, bro, what you on right now, bro? Like, what you on?
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really a big fan of it, bro. Honestly, because I mean, at the end of the day, too, like Lance and Mike Beasley, like they're friends. It ain't like they hate each other. They try to make it seem like it was a boxing match, UFC.
You gotta sell it. You gotta sell it.
Do or die type. Like y'all boys, bro. Y'all boys
gotta sell it.
Like, but
not coach. Real talk. No, okay, so do you and I. But you know how you and I get if we playing against each other in damn near anything, 2K, whatever. It get like I remember our first day at Warren County when we had open runs. The players thought we was about to fight. Like that's just how I guess.
I remember that, but
that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
What
that's
we
how
was doing,
coach.
What our little back and forth with Warren County was like right here. What Bees was doing was like up here, like way, way up here, bro. Like some of the stuff you say is absurd, bro. I'm not even gonna repeat it. I'm not even gonna repeat it on this platform because I don't feel like that's necessary. But some of the stuff you saying is crazy. To the point,
I agree,
and I understand what you're saying. Like you gotta sell it. You gotta make people want to tap in. But that didn't really make me want to tap in. That just made me think like, all right, Beasley, you doing a little too much, bro. Like don't talk like that, bro. This is your homeboy. This is not somebody that you hate. This is not somebody that you just have this ill will towards. Like this is your homeboy. This is your partner. Like y'all rock with each other. Relax.
Yeah, you're right. We'll keep it respectable and stuff. It'll be good shit talk, but we'll keep it respectable.
Yeah. But no, it was cool though. Bees did his thing, man. Shout out Bees. Shout out Lance Stephenson. They put on a show. It looked like the energy in the gym was, pretty high. So it looked like a pretty dope event.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully you see more one-on-ones between league guys and whatnot, bro. So like I said, it was a cool event. It kind of remind you of like, battle rap and stuff like that, the build up and everything. So hopefully you keep it rolling, bro. Shout out to the organization that ran that for sure.
Yeah, facts. Absolutely.
Take us home, coach.
Yeah, man. We good on our end. I know I talk about everything that I want to talk about. I know you mentioned, everything that you want to chop it up about, man. So, we'll conclude this episode, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Another really dope episode, man. So, we'll definitely continue to keep them coming. Do want y'all to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. And, we'll continue to produce good content. So, love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all time. And just continue to tap in, man. No Pressure Pod. We out.
Love.